Hello, 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 everyone. Happy Friday. It's Charlotte here. Come on in. Welcome to my home. Let's get some crafting done. Before we get started, I just want to say hi, Shell. I got a note from Shell saying that she puts my videos on while she's crafting and just feels like we're having a chat. So hi, Shell. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Susie. Hi, Tammy, Crafty Deidre, and Carolyn. I hope everybody is having a wonderful end of the week, and you will have a fantastic weekend. So here we are. I've not touched this. I was gone all day yesterday, but this is where we left off. I did go ahead that afternoon and just go through some papers and try to decide what I wanted to do with this. I did put a tag in here, and I kind of like the way the tag looks. So I think I am going to keep the tag in there. And I will need a, we're going to need to put a tab on this tag. And the question becomes, what type of a tab do we want on this tag? So let me take care of that right now. Any of these might work. I think that's too much color. Well, that's pretty. I think, let's see if we can go with this one here. This is pretty. These came from the, let me see if the collection's up here. The Boho Bohemian Bazaar collection of Medieval Mirage is where these came from. And sometimes with this punch, I have trouble getting it to go all the way through. And there's a shininess that my printer puts out. So I think what I'm going to do is take a piece of this and just put it over so that I've got like a double punch this way. And you're like, I know, Charlotte, but let me see if I'm going to have enough if I fold this over. I learned this little trick from Mrs. Cog. But I need to know where the end is. So let's do that. Otherwise, I'm not going to know how far to put my punch over. Well, I'm not going to be able to see where to put the fold either, am I? So hopefully, like, Charlotte, what are you doing? Okay, let's get your head in the game, girl. It is Friday. Okay, let's do this and see if we can make some magic happen. If I have too much trouble with this, I will move on to something else. So I don't want the fold to be cut. And so when Mrs. Cog was doing her planners, this is what I learned from her. It was a great tip. There we go. Okay, we have success. So I was thinking, now we have to pick a side. Put this on there like that. I think I like that side better. Yeah, I really like that. So let's go ahead and glue. Glue this down. And I'm thinking I might taper the ends. Don't want to cover the owl. There we go. Let's see what this looks like. I'm just gonna Yes, like that. Okay, and then I'll probably come back and do some distressing, but I'm not going to take up your time watching me sit here and distress all this. So I think that is really perfect for in there like that. So then I was looking at this side and I thought, okay, what do we want to do with this? And I decided I want this side to more or less be a page, a writing page. And so even though we have a lot of tags, not everybody loves to write on their tags. So I think we're just gonna turn this into a page. And I don't want a lot of collage, because when you do that and it's on a writing page, to me, there's a lot of texture, and when you're trying to write, you're hitting all those bumps and all of that just from all the ends of the papers. And so I think this page, even though we have some pattern, we still could take a pen and write and we would be okay. Let me go ahead and just even that out. I think that's good. We don't have to be perfect. And I know on the back of this, I purposefully did not close this because I wanted to take just a little divot out of there so you would know a tag would go in there. I don't mind that white showing. That will be okay. So I think I can go ahead now and just glue the side of that up and we'll be all right with this. I can always go back and tuck in a little piece of paper if I think that white is annoying, where the little divot is. So let's close this envelope up because it was not closed. So we know we've got this, so we need a tag that goes in there. And we have this. And I think this was a piece of, I think it came from, well, I'm not sure I know where it came from, so we're not going to worry about it. But I think I'm going to just put this. I want to be cautious because we are going to have texture here. Maybe if I tear just a little bit of this out, like that, and yeah, I like that. So let's go ahead and do that. And I think I'll just, because I've got the glue out, let's just glue this down. And we've got this here. Just come in a little bit so we can see our edge. And this is a pocket, so I think I probably will there we go. So we know we've got this pocket here. We've got a nice pocket. We've got a nice writing space. We've got that pocket, and then we've got this. So we need a couple tags for this. And I do, let's see, what do I have over here? I've got this, but I don't want two of the same. I could create a tag here that could go not sure if we want to do a writing card. We've got this one here that this would be cute. Does this have a tag in it? No, so that's not going to work. All right, it looks like we're in desperate need of some tags. So let me see. Got some envelopes. I found these pages which have just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful writing on them from Medieval Mirage. Medieval script. This is an add-on page. This is also the medieval script. So is that. And this as well. So these are so beautiful. I think I might, let me get my head in the game here and see what we've got. We've got several envelopes. So maybe I should put together a few of these envelopes. I've got this. Let's play with this first. Here's a tag. Let's glue this onto a book page and give that a second to dry. Get a glue stick. So I had breakfast yesterday with a friend, and then I had lunch with a friend. And I was like, oh, you wouldn't think you could ever get tired of eating out. But oh yeah, you can. Yeah, you can, because I'm now that everything in our state is opened up, I take my mom out once a week, so that was 2 days eating out, and I'm just kind of like done. I'm done with that. Keep your fingers crossed that this is going to work. It looks like it did. Yay, yay, because it's just faster than cutting it all. We'll cut this edge. Sometimes it's hard to cut when the glue is wet, and much easier just to tear. And then of course it wants to curl up on you, so you've got that too. But usually if you lay it flat, that's not really an issue. So I'm not gonna let that bother me. So I went to a breakfast place and had a what they call a Patriot waffle yesterday, and it's a Belgian waffle with blueberries and fresh strawberries on the top, which is just so good. And I tend to eat it like a cookie, so it it comes in fourths, and so I tend to pick it up and eat it like a cookie or a pastry, and not so much like, I'm not a maple syrup kind of person. So that was really good. And let's decide with this, do we want to cut this window out? Or I have found sometimes when I cut the window out, sometimes my tags don't want to fit, because I think that I bring my glue in too far, but I think that's going to work. And his little face, I think, will show. So it might be acetate time. And let's go ahead and cut this out. Look at how pretty that is. Oh. Okay, I don't think I was meant to live in a castle. When you watch any shows with castles, I don't know how they don't heat them. That's why they've got curtains all over the rooms, and the big heavy broke fabric, because there's not any way in the world. And the big beautiful fireplaces that you literally can walk into, so pretty. Okay, So for lunch yesterday, I went to, you could Google this and see the Queen Creek Olive Mill. It has fast become a tourist destination where, like, they bring tour buses up. It's cute because I remember it when it was just like a card table and a door in a building. And now it's like this massive. I think the owners they retired, and I think they came from Michigan. And they just thought, you know, let's press our own olives and let's make some olive oil. So they planted some trees, and boy, it just turned into like this huge business. Anyway, you can Google it. They have all sorts of products that are just wonderful, and they do ship. So it's, you know, you can just kind of read about it, and then you'll see where I went. Anyway, had a lot of fun yesterday. Okay, we are going to put some acetate down. And trying to be careful not to get any glue on the acetate itself. And I have been known to do that. I have been known to get glue on the acetate. And it dries clear and leaves just like this little film, but it really isn't that big a deal. So I'm not too worried about it. And then when I do this, I like to kind of press my glue towards the outside, away from the window. And I think I've got this. Nope, I did double it over just a little bit, of course, because you can't see it. You're never too sure because you can't see it. And hopefully I won't cut into my paper. You know, this is what happens when you make one of these videos. Things aren't planned and things go wrong and you just catch it all. But that happens to all of us. So if I'm going to make a mistake, I might as well make it on camera so you all can see what I've done. And hopefully you'll remember and you'll be like, well, I'm not going to do what Charlotte did, because she really messed up. I have been known to mess up. I still don't have it all. Let's see. I think that might be it. Hopefully that's it. And if it's important to you to distress around the window, you need to make sure that you do that before you put acetate on, or you're going to get your ink all over the window. So let's see. All right, and now the moment of truth. We'll see how this works. So for those of you that might be catching me for the first time, we are playing with the Allen Raptor kit. Look at how he's curling up, just like that. From Medieval Mirage. That is what this video is all about. So we are making a journal. Hopefully, we are going to make a beautiful, beautiful journal with this kit. Now, I'm going to give this a minute to dry while we play with the back of this. I mean, we could leave it like this. This is great for writing on. But we could do a little collaging on the back of this. Let's just see what we've got that might be exciting. That's pretty and colorful. I think I would like to have some of this writing I really, really think this is just lovely. So many beautiful patterns to work with and designs. Let's see what we can do with this. Take a piece of this. Okay. So I'm hoping everyone is going to do something fun this weekend. Let's grab this couple. Let's see what we get. We really only need just a little piece of something. I do love this. Maybe we'll do that. So let's glue this down. If I give it too much thought, we won't get anything done. And I did, when I watched the video back, there was a piece of, let's pull it in just a little bit so that you can see that the paper's on the other side. There was just a little bit of ephemera that I wanted to put on the front of that one piece. I know I'm making no sense. I'm sure you're thinking, what in the world are you talking about? And I don't blame you, because it makes sense to me because I know what's in my head. So let me put that there. This is probably going to make it difficult to write on. If you've got a felt tip, my guess is it would be fairly simple. And I don't think on purpose, I don't think I'm going to go all the way to the bottom. I think this is pretty cute. Let me see if I have any owl stamps. Let me see. That's too big. Would he look like? There's not really any point. Okay, this is cute the way that it is. I don't really want to cover any of that up. So if we take this and we call this done, I don't feel like I need to collage this at all. And that, oh, thank you for going in there. This is so pretty. I'm not going to collage that. I could put a little something up here. And I'm not positive it really needs it. So I think for now, let's see if this will go in here. Right, this would take something much, much larger, but that's pretty. The way that that looks is really pretty, and I think I might have to put something on top of this. I don't like that at all. So we are going to have to something up here. I like that. So I think what I'm going to do is just put some glue on this. Glue this down, and then we'll just cut it out. Let's see where it is. Just cut this. Like that. That's better. Much, much better. Okay, now let's, and I think I'm going to put it on this side strictly because it is smaller. So put this in there and put this in here. I'm going to have to come back and distress all of this. Yeah, that looks good. Now, I mean, if you wanted to, you could put a pocket here, but I don't think you need it. And then we need some kind of a journal card for here. And I think the size that I had was good, but maybe I can get an envelope in here. So let's play around with this real quick. Let me see what I've got. If we're going to do an envelope, I think maybe these colors would be better. Or this might work. This really was. This is a flip. But this would work to finish that. Let's try this though. This is something that's got a lot of parts to it. It's going to go this way. So let's play with this and see if this will work. It may not be maybe too wide, maybe not quite long enough. So many beautiful choices. Yeah, this isn't going to work. Let's go ahead and finish this, but this won't work because it's too small. Isn't that so pretty? Look at that. Okay, let's just finish this up so that we've got it when we might want it. A little bit of glue here. And so they don't get lost, we'll put this journal tag in here. And then there's a smaller journal tag. And then we've got this little bit here, which is so cute. And this would make a cute band. Let's see, I think it's set upside down. No. This would be a cute band like this to keep that shut. What do you think? I think so. So I think we should do that. Let's just put a little glue on the ends like that. Kind of like a belly band. And I have my index card ready to go. I just have to do the movie, the video, the index card. Oh, isn't that cute? Look at that. That's so cute. Yes, I like that. And I don't think it really needs anything else. I mean, we could, if we wanted to, put a little something on there. We could add a little layer of something, but I think for right now, I'm going to let that go. And let's play with, trying to think of what all I've got. That's really pretty. But I'm thinking maybe this might look good in there. So, maybe this envelope will just go in here. I think it might be just a little bit too wide. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay. What do we have? Got him. He would be cute. But he goes to an envelope. Like, Charlotte, get it together, girl. play with this. This is what happens when you're just not, you know, you don't have your whole plan laid out. Let's put him, let's glue him on a book page. I'm doing the 52 tags handmade by Anne. And I got my, I posted it on my Instagram, my seed. It was called a seed stitch. So I got that done and up this morning. So I was happy about that because a new one has come out. And it's just a way of life now for me to be behind, and I'm okay with it. I'm not even going to worry about it anymore and just do the best that I can do, and that's it. I think a lot of people are behind. I don't think it's just me. I think that's a lot of us. So, yeah. I am not going to worry about it. I can't stress about it. We are starting to heat up here during the day, but our nights are so beautiful. Last night was just so good. And it's not really wet enough or, you know, humid enough to have mosquitoes. It's still pretty dry. So it's really nice to be outside. Okay. All right, so there's a tag. And let's play a little bit with the back. And I am thinking this tag goes in here. That was going to be the idea. So let's do that. And then I've got some envelopes to work on. So what do we want to do with this? It's pretty brown, doesn't have a whole lot of color. I'm thinking what do we have? Could use, I just used that. Get this piece here, which is pretty cool. I think I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this, and then we'll add some color. I like that, so let's put that down there. Any scraps we can use up is always good. The Palo Verde trees here are blooming, and if you're not familiar with that, their trunks are green, and they've got gorgeous yellow flowers. So if you're at all interested in seeing what that looks like, just Google Palo Verde tree, and they're really beautiful. Okay, I think we'll save him. We've got him. Dude, this matches the front, and it does. I'm going to put him there. Let's see if I can do this. Tear this. I have a tear ruler, but not on me. It's over on my desk. Let's see. I think when I come back and distress all this, it's going to look very different. Oh yeah, I like that. Let's put him there. That way then he's got a home. I want to try to use as much of this ephemera as I can. that right there like that. And I think he really is good to go. I don't think that tag really needs much more of anything. And I think this is gonna work. So let's glue this. And then let me remember to go ahead and see if I can find that little bit that I was thinking about putting on the front of that one piece. And do I want to take a little divot out of this? I don't know. Maybe I should. So let's just fold this over just in case. And of course, I want to make sure I get it out of the top, not the bottom. Wouldn't that be something? That would be just like something I probably would do. Just to make sure. There we go. Yeah. Okay, let's see how this looks. Okay, and then I think something here might be really cool to do. How about a little bit of writing? Just because we can, and it might be nice to have some color. So I wonder if, or we could ooh, I like that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let's try this and see. I just absolutely love how you can mix and match all of these kits. So I'm with my mom and she says, what have you been up to? What have you been doing? I said, well, Mom, I'm basically crafting and doing journal work. And she says, what do you craft? Bless her heart, she can't remember. And so, you know, I go and I try to tell her. I'm not sure she even understands what a journal is. And so can explain it to her over and over and over again. But she is so happy, which just makes me really, really happy. I wonder, let's cut this out and see what this does. This looks good. I'm going to fussy cut this guy. Yep, I think so. He's found a home. Okay. I do like that. What do you think? We are coming along. I am just going to, and then do we want to do something? If I don't do anything with the back, you can journal on the back. So I'm wondering if maybe, do I want to leave the back? Do I want to put a little something on the back? Let's just check this out and see. So I am making chili for dinner tonight. hopefully that's going to be good. I mean, it's just a little pop of color, so I think I'm going to do that. So I got up and I put it on, and it's on the stove right now. And then hopefully we'll have some French bread, some crusty French bread to go with that. So what do you think? It's pretty cute. And I like the text up here. So the book page, I think that looks really, really cute. Now the question becomes, I don't think I'm gonna, this is done, but it's not going in here because I think this needs something bigger. But when I was looking at the video the other day, I was putting a piece of paper up and I didn't like it, and then when I was looking at the video I thought, that looks good, why did I not do that? So now I have to say, okay, where is that? This is what happens when you have a processed video. So it was one of these, and I really, really thought it looked pretty. And I think that's just because I was seeing it from a distance, and I really liked this. So I am going to do that. It went this way like that, and it just kind of pulled this together, and I liked that, so I wanted to be sure that I did that. And I might as well cut this whole thing. And I don't know how much of this you really need. I think that's probably good. We'll take it to there. But I thought it was really pretty. I'm like, Charlotte, why didn't you do that? Look at how good that looks. So yeah, this just, it needed it. Yeah, it just makes a difference. So this is all but done. It just needs a piece here, and I'm not sure in the done pile that we have anything that would work on that. Let's see. We have got this envelope that I suppose we could put in there if we wanted to. Look at this piece here. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. We might create a journal card for in here. I think that might look good. We need a journal card. So let me see what I've got here. This might work. What I wanted to do with this is create a booklet. Oh, she's so pretty. Yeah, this might work for in here. I think, oh yeah, I think we're gonna do this. So what we're going to have to do here is we will collage this, and do I want to just go ahead and just put the book page on here like this? I think I might just go ahead and do that. And collage over it. I don't want that. So I think I'll do that, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and do it with glue. I have found, and it might be the glue stick I'm using, but I have found that if I use a glue stick on a large surface, that I tend to get creases, and I don't like that. So I think this is better. It still bends. So yeah. And I usually have a brayer, and we'll go over this with a brayer. So I think we'll do the same thing on the other side. I'll just use book pages. I'm sitting here wondering how in the world am I going to do my index card video, because I am going to have to clean all this off to be able to do that. And my index card's so cute this week, guys. It is so cute. I hope that you'll join me, and I hope that you will like it as much as I do. It might be a cute idea for in this as well. Not the way that I've done it. I would have to change the papers because it's a botanical. I went ahead and used a lot of the scraps that I had left over. So let's see, where's my fold? Here we go. Then hopefully I can just fold this and just cut once. Like this. See if this will work. Then we will collage the inside, and then I saw Roxy Creations do one of these, and she had put fabric over the fold. And I don't know if I want to do that because I don't want to cover the pattern up, but I might have a really cool pattern to do that with. This, there's a little bit more here. Cut that out. No matter how you fold it, it's never perfect. Never ever. I don't know why, but it never ever is. Never lines up. You know, the edges line up, the center is right, and look at it, just never, I don't know why that is, but it's not meant to be perfect, and so it's not something I'm going to worry about. But I think this will be really, really cute. What are we going to do? We are back to what are we going to do? And really like that. What else do I have? Ooh, I like the blues. Maybe I will do this. Maybe this one here. I have no idea. You'd think I'd learn to bring a clock. Some type of timepiece so I could keep track. But did I? No. Did I the last time? No. Did I say something about it? Yes. Do I have a defense? No. So if you're still with me, thank you. Oh my goodness, Charlotte. Oh, Charlotte. Charlotte. It was a terrible name to grow up with. I remember I hated my name. I just hated my name. And then my mother tells me I was supposed to be a Debbie. Well, I'm not a Debbie. But that was, you know, I'm like, a Debbie. And she's like, you were supposed to be a Debbie. I don't know what happened. Then I ended up being named after a cousin. Charlotte it's a heavy name to grow up with. And I grew up during the time when Valerie was very popular. And so being a Charlotte, I don't think I ever knew another Charlotte. Now I love my name, but growing up, it was kind of rough. I wonder, let's check out some of this. I should pull out my wax seals. I have not done anything with wax seals in quite a long time. I am just so happy to be getting this worked on. So this piece, I wonder, let's see what we can do with this. Now I have to ask myself, what is the purpose of this thing right here? What are we doing with this? Everything should have a purpose. That's really too much of a layout for me. I can't quite handle that, so that's not going to work. I think, I mean, is this going to be a journal page? Is this going to be, do we want to write in this? I do like that. I think I want something up at the top. Put this up there and go from I think this will be to write in. Get this cut off. It's all sticky. Sticky from glue. Okay. Get it off of me. I really do like this. I'm thinking this would be cool if I put an actual wax seal on that. That would be pretty cool. Oh, do we want to write in this? Do we want to make this a pocket? Needs to have a purpose. Show a little bit of that. A wax seal would be pretty cool on this. Sticky. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to do this and then think about I could have this be a pocket. Let's see what I've got here. That would be a cute tag in here. Right here. I know what I'm going to put in it, then I'll have an idea of the size it needs to be. That would be really cute sitting in there like that. So we need a pocket. Good, that's really cute. Or a tuck. It could be a tuck. That would make a cute tuck. Let me see what else we've got here. We've got a lot. Let's see what this would look like. I would back this on some probably file folder or double book page to make it thick enough to be a tuck. And I think I'd keep the shape because the shape is really, really cute. Let's see what that would look like. So if we had a tuck there, that is so cute. And then there we go. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so I need either a double book page or a piece of file folder. Make this a tuck, and it will be cute, cute. And then I think I will say goodbye to this for now. I'll glue this down here, and then we'll cut this out. Make sure that gets down. The shape is something that is, it's just different and really cute. So it's unexpected. So I will glue this down and then call it a day. And I think before I glue it down, because once I glue it down, it's going to be harder to distress. So let's distress this while I can. And I really think that's going to be cute. So I need to glue basically the bottom and up the side. I think like that. We will put this right here. So cute. Okay, so you have this on the outside, and I think I will put a piece of fabric here, and I might put something on the outside of this. I'm not too sure. And then when we open this up, we see this, which is really cute, and then this is going to fit right down in there like, oh, so cute. So cute. All right, guys, I have no idea how long I've been, so I am going to say goodbye to this video. I will clean this up a little bit before we come back for next time, and we will create this tag and finish this side here and put our fabric on, and then this will be done, which will be so nice. And yeah, we're just moving right along here, and I'll try to get myself a little bit better organized before next time. And you will see me in probably tomorrow with my index card challenge. So everybody, have a fantastic Friday. Be safe, be good, keep crafting, stay happy, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.